Attorney General Josh Stein, legislators, and local law enforcement held a press conference Thursday morning in Raleigh to unveil a new piece of legislation that addresses the state's opioid abuse problem.
4 North Carolinians a day, and too many more are suffering and losing control of their lives to addiction. 1 out of every 100 babies in this state is born addicted, underdeveloped, undernourished, crying, sweating, dependent on drugs. In addition to this incalculable human cost, our society is incurring billions in economic costs. And the problem is worsening by the year. This must stop, and the STOP Act is an important first step in this regard. To successfully confront the opioid epidemic, we need to implement a multifaceted approach that includes better prevention, treatment, and enforcement. That means smarter prescribing, more funding and focus on treatment and recovery, and smarter enforcement to aggressively go after the dealers and traffickers who are profiting on people's misery and death.
Sheriff Buck was in attendance and shares his thoughts on this proposed piece of legislation.
This is comprehensive legislation which will seek to reduce the overprescribing and misuse and abuse of prescription drugs in our communities. This is by far, that I can recall, the most comprehensive legislation that has been introduced to address this issue. From the folks who are in the room today, it appears to me that there is a lot of support for this legislation from the medical community, the dentists, the veterinarians. One aspect certainly is expanded treatment. The prescription drug issue, which has created a lot of addiction, a lot of additional addiction in all of our communities across the state, has been a big issue over time, and providing for people to be able to receive treatment when they need it is an important topic. Oftentimes people seek treatment and there may be any number of different barriers that may be in place. Oftentimes that's a financial barrier or resources that are available in the communities. I was speaking with one chief. There were a number of resources available in his community that are not available in our community in Carteret County. At the same time, there were some other resources available in our county that were not available in his county. And so every county in our state has a different situation of what's available. And so with providing additional funding across our state to expand access to treatment, I think that will better enable treatment providers to make more resources available to those who need treatment in all of our communities.
You can read more on the bill at ncdoj.gov.